Yeah, what do we got? Go for it.
I think I need a mic, John.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. I know, but the people at home I don't think can hear me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're here too.
So,
That's right.
Steve Fall from Tank Out on Wrestling News Co. John, LA Knight. Good to see you again.
Here we are.
But
Can
John,
you see me?
can I touch you for a second?
Right on. See, I
I can see him. I can touch him and I can see him.
There it is.
He's real.
John, I noticed out front when you won the match, LA Knight grabbed your hand and raised it first versus you trying to do that. What was you feeling out there? Because obviously we haven't seen you in a long time in the ring since WrestleMania, but here you are now with LA Knight, the hottest act in the WWE right now. How are you feeling? Because they keep calling you the greatest of all time, but is LA Knight now maybe the future greatest of all time?
He was pretty hot about it, actually. He called me son of a bitch out there.
Oh! Oh my. Can you say that? Is it, we're in PG, right?
Oops, sorry.
We just said it. Honestly, I was very grateful. I think we all watched the same match, and being around the electricity and the rise of LA Knight is something I love that stuff. You guys know me. I'm passionate about passion, and I love this business, and I love when people earn their respect, and LA Knight has certainly done that. And I was just trying to do a respectful thing in the end, and I was outsmarted, and it felt really good because it was very authentic, and there's nothing I can argue with that. So that was a great moment for me.
Sometimes you just got to pay the respect where it's earned, and this guy's done it all. He's done everything, and really, if you look at my career path in a certain way, I got no business being here. And at the same time, I got all the business being here because I've earned every damn step of this. So for me to pay it forward is something that was necessary here, especially with a guy who's done so much and has stood at my side in this battle, for sure.
Appreciate it. Anybody else? Not a question.
Around? Okay, see you guys.
Should we have more questions?
Yeah, of course we do.
There we go.
What do you got?
Pluggo with Love Wrestling. Simple. Will we see a tag team title match in your guys' future?
Oh boy,
We're undefeated.
that is true. We're on a streak already.
We are undefeated. I think that's all I'm going to say about that.
We'll book it.
Never say never. Is what you
Yeah,
said.
I think that's a very good way to leave it. Never say never in the WWE.
Reggie Edwards.
Oh, come on, figure it out, Reggie. Come on.
One person says stand up, another person says sit down.
Well, then figure do something in between.
Crouch.
I like that. I like it.
John, a couple months ago, we didn't know if we were going to see you again. We haven't seen you since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We didn't, like I said, we didn't know if we were going to see you again, but you made a surprise run this time around.
Yeah.
How has it been compared to your expectations, and how has it lived up, and how much time do you think we might see you on this run?
So it's exceeded my expectations because the energy and the talent in the WWE locker room is incredible. I say this is truly the golden age of sports entertainment. I don't think there's ever been a better time to be in the sports entertainment business. And in saying that, I don't think there's ever been a better time to be in WWE. We can all romanticize about the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. There's never been more opportunity to be a WWE superstar than right now. And if there's ever an example, if someone gives you an inch, you make it a freaking mile. It's the person to my left right here, LA Knight. And I don't know if that happens in any other era just because of how few spots there were. So I'm overwhelmed by where the state of the union is at. But at the same time, selfishly, this trip back has been a gauge for me to kind of test where I'm at and what the future holds for me. And some of y'all watched the match. I was in the thing tonight. I got some work to do, and I got to realize that I got some figuring out to function at the level that I'm used to be able to perform at a level that is worthy of what I'm familiar with and what the audience is familiar with. And that's selfishly what this episode in the WWE is for me, is to kind of take stock in myself, where I feel physically. I'm 46. I've told everybody, this ain't the last one, but I know the last one's on the horizon. So I'm just kind of taking stock of where I'm at, and I've always promised that I don't ever want to offend the WWE universe with the effort I put out there, and I'm still trying to give all I got. But I gotta work out some tweaks and find the mojo somewhere. So I'm grateful for my partner for picking up the slack tonight.
Next question.
Fire away. Who's ever got another question?
Second row.
Just start yakking.
Hey John, Nick Jost, cinemablend.com. SAG-AFTRA negotiations went back underway. Assuming a deal is reached soon, does Hollywood call you back and away from WWE?
They do, and I made it perfectly clear you can't do both because of the liability insurance, and if I were to try to juggle both, that's very selfish because I would put a whole lot of people in the movie business out of work if something happened to me. So yes, I was stopped a project in the middle of it. I can't even talk about the project because of the strike we're in, but we're in the middle of it. So as soon as we get back to work, we go back to work. But I don't control any of that. I'm crossing my fingers and hope we can find a resolve that everybody's happy with. And for right now, I think this is the best way I can help, is come back home to my family.
And then we're undefeated forever.
And we're undefeated.
Just don't forget that.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up the questioning for John
That's it?
Cena. That's it.
That's it. That's all we do.
They told me that's it. I mean, I don't.
Are they giving you the
They're giving me
thing?
the old tuggaroo.
Does anybody else have a question? Yeah, right there. Go for it.
Michael McMasters with WU Online.
Yep.
Before I ask, I don't want to insult you. But
That's like saying, with all due respect, brace for impact, do your worst.
No offense.
Yeah, hey man, go for it, go for it. This will be a good last one. Go for it. Yeah.
with no
With all due respect,
with all due respect.
you're an a-hole. Go ahead.
Thank you. Oh no. When you feuded with The Rock,
Yes.
you stated that the reason you were upset
Yes.
with him was because he left for
Yes.
Hollywood.
Yes.
Some people feel like you've done the same thing.
That's a great
How
perspective.
do you respond to that?
I 100% see and understand that perspective. And if you've been following what I've tried to do, especially as of late, publicly and personally to Dwayne Johnson, I've stated that although I thought I was trying to do what's best for business, I went about it the wrong way. I violated his trust, and I made allegations about his perspective that I knew nothing about. And deep down, I was a fan. I wanted The Rock back. You know, I wanted to do anything to get The Rock back. But I did it the wrong way. I didn't do it the respectful way. So I had to eat a little bit of crow. I had to say I'm sorry and I was wrong, because I am sorry and I was wrong. And that's a very humbling experience. Dwayne is a hell of a guy. We had a conversation. We've grown. I was able to welcome him home, which was like a true full circle moment. So you're right when you say, people now see I've become who I despised. And I see that perspective and I understand that. And it's very difficult for people who are all into the WWE universe to see anything else that goes on but here. But we all have our own struggle, we all live our own lives, and it was a great learning experience for my mistake with that feud with The Rock. You got it, no problem. It wasn't as insulting as you thought. I thought you were going to hit a lot lower than that. Anybody have a question for LA Knight? Let him finish this thing. Yeah,
I'm
go
actually
for it.
insulted at this point.
Yeah. Somebody get LA. This is what happens when you guys put me out here. Go for it.
Hey, LA, Rick Uccino for SB Nation, CapesideSeats.com. This has been a meteoric rise that you have been on over these last few months, just milestone moment after moment, teaming up with John Cena tonight. Are you able to compartmentalize everything and kind of take a moment to enjoy the run while that you're being on, while also not trying to focus too much on where this might lead you?
Nope. I try my damnedest, but I'm so used to chasing and pushing up against something that it's very tough for me to allow myself to enjoy it. I'm trying, but I can't help myself but to always be looking over my shoulder, and I mean that in the realest way, just because it's been such a climb, it's been such a challenge to get right here and do what I did tonight, what I've done over the last year or so, whatever it's been. I'm always on the defense for somebody to try and pull the rug out at any point so I can stomp them out at some point. Because for me, it's just someday.
You know what they say, man?
Huh?
Defense wins championships. I'm out.
He knows what he's talking about. And while we're at it, since we're undefeated, we got a streak going. I'm gonna keep my streak going and say congratulations to me.